So now I just place the cake here and I have the flowers. I'm just going to start doing the flower arrangement. I'm just going to start with this flower, the open rose. It looks very pretty. I just want to start placing this. So as we do the flower arrangement, the first thing is to just get a feel of how it is going to be. Where are we going to keep? Now if we have like more than one flower, we just want to see, should we just kind of place it, which is a placement that is going to feel like we are having a balance of the elements. Now there are quite a different ways of putting the flowers together or even the elements onto the cake. So just go about placing the flowers, just about a few of them, or then you could also just try and see if together the flowers, would they look good on the top. Now sometimes with your naked eye, as you're arranging, you're also staying close to the cake. You may not be able to kind of figure out how it looks as you see the cake directly. So sometimes it is good that way. I do that. I ask people to just hold it for me as I am placing them, and then there is like say if there is one more, and then how is it going to look. Now should I place it there? I take a picture. Now I just position the flowers and the elements, and then I take a picture of the entire profile, and I look through the composition of how the cake is turning out through the photo in my mobile or any device for that matter. Now looking and having like 2-3 variations of arrangements onto the cake, and without poking it, without even inserting the flour on the cake, I have to be sure where I'm going to poke. Man, it is also okay that you just poked it in a place and then you want to figure out, or just later figuring out that that place is not the right place for the flour. We could just take it out and then we can figure out what we could do to that place where the poking, the hole is there, and then we can try and remove and place it in a different place as well. Okay, so start with this, I feel is good here. So now the wire is straight, right? And I'm going to poke it right through. The flower may not be facing the front, right? So to just place the flower facing the front, I just need to bend the flower like that. Okay, and so if I turn it that way, then I'll have this part of the wire going inside the cake, and my flower also will be facing the front. So just want to poke this inside. I'm just trying to push it through in quite as much. So that will be my first one, and so this is my center. Okay. So just want to be on one side first, then let me figure out if I'd like any money here. So now this one looks good here. So now as you keep placing them, now if you don't have people to help, you could just hold it like that and then get your device right out here. As much possible, kind of stretch and then place it here and then take a picture. And then look through the picture to see if this color of the flower kind of goes well with the one that you've already placed. Okay. So now I just want to place this one here right through. So I just want it to pass through this side of the cake. Now, would I really need such a long wire? Now just go ahead and then cut. So I'm just going to pass this through, right through like that. Also maybe let me cut out a little more. I don't want so much length of the wire. So this is the wire that I have, and that's the center. And now right through here, I'm just going to go support from the back of the cake, then just push it through. Okay, so that is the second flower. Now let me check if My peony goes well right here. Or if it would go well in here. I think it looks good here. So I just want to place it here while the flower is facing the front. So anyway, I just need to bend this, and I don't want such a long wire. So I'm just going to cut it through and then bend it. Okay, and I'm just going to place it a little behind. I don't want it to be protruding because I just want this dainty open rose to be the main flower. Just want to place it. So the placement I'm just trying to figure out is here all the way a little back. I don't want to do it here, otherwise it's just going to protrude in the front. So going all the way down in there, just going to poke it in. And so it just comes in a way that it is behind this flower, but it is still there and then filling up that part of the space. We do have the fillers and the berries, so there are gaps and that could be kind of hidden. It's going to insert it furthermore, and that way it is there, but still we just kind of take this is the main focus. Okay, so now let me check for the rose. Would I like it here? This looks good, like this is a space that it can stay. So I'm just going to pass through right in the front. I don't want so much of the height. So right here, I just want to pass through, so it just goes and fixes itself there. Just want to step back to check how it is just faring up. It could be another rose down here. Just check if it looks good by itself. You just don't want to extend. Or in case we just need this rose here, we need some more weight over here again. This peony goes all the way right in there, and then have a rose here. I'm just going to check if it looks good and if the weight through the arrangement, if it just looks fine. So I'll just go with this. I'm just going to check if the peony looks good out there instead of in here. Just want to place and see a peony out there and then a rose out here. And we could just fill this up with fillers and berries as well. So now I'm just going to go with this part, which is the peonies could stay together and this can be on the top, and then I come back and then have the rose in here. So I'm just going to get this peony, go up in the back obviously. So I'm just going to bend this up and then check where exactly I need. So if I just need the flower to come a little behind this rose, I just need to check for where I just need the wire. So I'm just bending it like a bit towards the inside so the wire could go into the cake, and you don't want it to go on the outside. Okay, so I'm just going to pass this through like that. So that will be the front, right? So we got another rose which can go here. So to go here, I don't have to poke it inside this tier. I can place it here on the top, for which I'll just bend this and then poke it through the top of this cake. It looks like it's protruding out too much. I'd like it going in. See if you could just go all the way into that cake. So I just don't need it that long. I'm just going to cut it out, and I'm going to lift this up and then pass it through the cake here. So that's how it is. I'm just going to check. I like these white flowers to come here at the bottom. Like so, here. To just have a balance between the arrangement, I just find this part a bit empty, and that I just want to check if it would get filled up with the fillers. I think with fillers this should be quite good, and there are some berries as well. So I've just also got some of the bougainvilleas to be added as the fillers. So here, let me just do this filler flower at this place. So it's just that bending it all the way through and then just passing it through with the support at the back of the cake. Just see at what height you would like and then just leave it there. You don't have to push it all the way inside. Just check if the berries are good here. You also want to check if the blueberries look good or if the yellow ones. So I think the blueberries look good here. So I'm just going to go with that. It's again a choice. I think yellow will be good because we have the yellows in the center here and the yellow complements. I'll do the blueberries along with the cosmos as I place it here. So I just want to bend this so it just goes into the cake. Support it from the back and then just leave it in the height that you think is good for the berries to show. Here at the bottom, see if one or two bougainvillea. Here I think this bougainvillea will just kind of make it complete. It's just single bougainvilleas. I'm just going to turn it in and then push it through like that. Support from the back and see from the front where it fits and if it just gives a complete look. One more bougainvillea. I'll just do this other color if it goes well, or I will do the same one. I'm just opening up the petals, the leaves a bit, so it just kind of fills that place. So this is the front for me. I'm just going to stay right in front to check this looks good. The fillers should just cover up the space. And I think this looks good here. I'll just get the cosmos, but the cosmos is going to go inside the dummy here. Just want the leaves to be facing down. It just needs to go into the dummy, and going into the dummy wouldn't be easy. I'm just going to have a skewer and just make space for this wire to go in. and then push it through. Now if you know that this long wire is not needed, just cut it through. There's one more, I just want to place it here. I'm just making space. Bend this and then just pass it through that hole. And check for blueberries. Look good here or here. I think I'll just do it here on the sides. And check if this is going to be good. In case yes, then I will add. I'm just going to place and see. I'm just checking the look with the extra blueberries and without it. So this is when you're doubtful, you just kind of take a picture like this to see if it looks complete, or then just place this here and then take a picture and then see if it looks good. I think I'll just go with it. So it's just going to be from the bottom, right? I don't need that much height. I'm just going to insert it through here. So I think this looks good with this arrangement just projecting out and then giving out some movement outside of the cake, and then this looks good as it's composed within the cake on just one side, and then we have a balance. Now with this the flower arrangement is done. On top of this we kind of can think of adding any more extra details, like if you want to just go on and then have some border made out of the silicone molds, and then you could just do it here on the edges and then kind of paint it gold or maybe even silver, whichever you think is just going to go with the color of the cake that you've done. And you could also just do some gold leaves up around in here to have a balance. And certain things that you could do is to give a shimmer to the lace that you have. Say you got some pearl dust, and then you could just get your makeup brush on and then just go on and then get some pearl dust in there, and they all will just keep adding more value, and they start making your wedding cake look even more gorgeous. Okay, so those tiny details I will be working with you guys as you will be finishing your cake, and at every stage I'm just going to follow up how your arrangements are going to be. And that finishing here, we come to the end of this traditional wedding cake lesson, where we finished stacking together with dummies and all the 3 tiers and with the techniques, the most traditional ones that I feel any cake artist should just know, which is the lace and the stencil and all the flowers put together to make this stunning arrangement. I will see you in the next lesson.